Welcome to JobBridge's Japanese Language Training Center. We provide an online tutorial for people who aspires to work in Japan. Before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to keep you updated on our lessons to help you master Japanese language in no time.
Konnichiwa minasan! In this video, we'll be discussing about lesson 32. So let's get straight to the point. So the first sentence pattern that I'll be teaching you is verb ta form hoga I or verb nai form nai hoga I. Again, verb ta form hoga I or verb nai form nai hoga I. So what is this sentence pattern used for? This pattern is used to make suggestions or to give advice. Depending on the situation, this expression may sound like you are imposing your opinion on the listener. Therefore, consider the context of the conversation carefully before using it. Let's take a look at our example, shall we? Mainichi undo shitara hoga ii desu. Again, mainichi undo shitara hoga ii desu. It is good to do some exercise every day. And then another example that we have in this conversation. Take a look at this. Netsu ga arun desu. Ja, oforo ni hairanai hoga ii desu yo. In that case, you better not take a bath. Then again, as I've told you, this sentence pattern could be a little imposing to your listener. So be careful. It's more of like you're not giving an advice, but you're telling them to do this, whatever you told them to do, like to exercise every day, or since you know that they're already sick, okay, you're telling them to not take a bath. Now, there are some things that you might consider or might get this confused with another sentence pattern. Okay, if you remember the tarai when you give advice, let's see first the example and then let's start comparing. So the difference between ta hoga ii and tarai is in this one. Nihon no otera ga mitai desu ga. Okay? Nihon no otera ga mitai desu ga. I would like to see some Japanese temples. Ja, Kyoto e ittara ii desho? Again, ja, Kyoto e ittara ii desho? So it would be a good idea to go to Kyoto. In the example, it just simply illustrates a situation in which a simple suggestion is given. In such case, tarai is used or is best used. And then, ta hoga ii implies a comparison and a choice between two things even if it is not expressed in words. So again, right, it is better to use tarai in simple situations like this or simple suggestions. But if you want to impose what you are trying to say or what you want your listener to do, then ta hoga ii or nai hoga ii could be used. Wakarimashita? Now, here's another example or another sentence pattern. This one is a lot easier. V or verb plain form desho. I adjective in its plain form desho, na adjective in its plain form desho, or na without that da, plain form desho. So this pattern expresses the speaker's inference from some information he or she has. Example: Ashita wa ame ga furu desho? It will rain tomorrow. So again, in the sentence pattern, the speaker's inference from some information is being stated. Ashita wa ame ga furu desho? It will rain tomorrow. Now, let's take a look at this another example using the desho. Tawapon-san wa gokaku suru desho ka? Again, Tawapon-san wa gokaku suru desho ka? Do you think Mr. Tawapon will pass the exam? So when used in questions like in the example given, the speaker asks for the listener's inference. You got that? Again, from the previous example, when you say ashita wa ame ga furu desho, it is the speaker's inference. But then, when you want to ask your listener's inference, you can use this sentence pattern. Okay? Just add ka at the end of your sentence, which denotes, or a particle that denotes a question. Now this one, another example. Not an example, but I'm sorry, it is another sentence pattern. So verb plain form kamo shirimasen, adjective in its plain form kamo shirimasen, na adjective in its plain form kamo shirimasen, and na again without the da in its plain form kamo shirimasen. What does this mean? What does kamo shirimasen means? Take note, shiremasen, not shirimasen. Shiremasen. Kamo shiremasen can be used when the speaker wants to point out that there is a possibility, however small, of. Again, there is a possibility even if it is small. The speaker, this is all based on the speaker's point of view. Example. Yakusoko no jika ni maniawanai kamo shirimasen. Again, yakusoko no jika ni maniawanai kamo shirimasen. We might not be in time for the appointment. So, the speaker is saying that there is, however small, a probability or a possibility that they may not make it on time. Okay? Even if the possibility is just like 30, 20, or 10%, using the kamo shirimasen helps you express that you are in doubt or there is a possibility, however small, of whatever might happen. You got that, everyone? So if you want to express something, okay, however small the possibility is, you can use kamo shirimasen. Alright? Now, apart from kamo shirimasen, if you want to express some possibility of a certain occurrence, okay, you could use the following words. Kitto, tabun, moshikashitara. Again, kitto, tabun, moshikashitara. Now, how would these things or how would these words differ from kamo shirimasen? Let's start with kitto. Kitto is an adverb that indicates that the speaker is quite certain of what he or she is saying. The probability ranges from quite high to the same level as that of desho. Okay, there is a probability, okay, and a very high probability at this point. Let's say that your probability is around 75 to 100% that a certain situation will happen. Example, Mira-san wa kitto kimasu. Again, Mira-san wa kitto kimasu. Mr. Miller will surely come. So if you're certain, okay, or if you're 100% sure that something will happen, okay, or will occur, you could use kitto. Now another example, Ashita wa kitto ame desho, or it will undoubtedly rain tomorrow. See? Because maybe with the presence of, dark clouds or based on the weather forecast, it will rain tomorrow. Kitto, 100 to 75% probability. How about tabun? This adverb entails less certainty than kitto and is mostly used with desho. Less certainty than kitto may be 50 to 75% chance of occurrence and mostly used with desho. Mira-san wa kurun desho ka? Mira-san wa kurun desho ka? Do you think Mr. Miller will come? Tabun kuru desho? I guess so. And another example. Yamada-san wa kono news wo tabun shiranai to omoimasu. Yamada-san wa kono news wo tabun shiranai to omoimasu. I guess Mr. Yamada does not know this news. So as shown in the example, tabun is very often used with to omoimasu. And again, a 50 to 75% chance and mostly used or oftenly used with desho and or to omoimasu. わかりました、皆さん。Now let's move on to もしかしたら。Again, もしかしたら。Now this adverb is used with かもしれません in most cases. A sentence with もしかしたら expresses the idea that there is a less possibility of some event or situation occurring. That's why it is used with かもしれません。Less certainty or less of a probability or less of a possibility that something will occur. Example. もしかしたら3月に卒業できないかもしれません。Again. もしかしたら3月に卒業できないかもしれません。There is a possibility I might not be able to graduate in March. Again, there's a possibility that I might be unable to graduate in March. See? A very slow possibility or very low possibility or less. Maybe 25%, 30%, somewhere like that. That's why もしかしたら is used with かもしれません in most cases, but not as always. Alright? Now, for another sentence pattern, and I'll bet this will be very useful to you. 何が心配なこと? Again, 何が心配なこと? 何が心配なことがありますか? Again, 何か心配なことがありますか? Is anything bothering you? So, as shown in the example, you cannot say 心配な何か but you should rather say 何か心配なこと. Other similar examples are 何か何々もの, どこか何々ところ, or 誰か何々人, いつか何々時. Now again, if you just want to ask someone if something is bothering them, this is just the sentence pattern use. 何か心配なことがありますか? Or is anything bothering you? Do not say, okay? Do not say 心配な何か. Alright? It's always and always will be 何か心配なこと if you want to use a plain style. But if you want to be more polite, 何か心配なことがありますか? Or is anything bothering you? わかりました皆さん? わかったね? Now, for the last topic, this is very easy. Quantifier de. So, quantifier de shows time limit or other limits. Example. 駅まで30分で行きますか? Again, 駅まで30分で行きますか? Can I reach the station in 30 minutes? So, this sentence shows a time limit which is just 30 minutes. Another example. 3万円でビデオが買えますか? Again, 3万円でビデオが買えますか? Can I buy a video player for 30,000 yen? So, in this sentence, the limit is 30,000 yen. Which the speaker might mean that if the video player costs more than 30,000 yen, he cannot buy it. Therefore, his budget is only 30,000 yen, nothing less or nothing more. That's the limit, alright? Just limit, quantifier there. So any quantifier with there means the limit. For example, if you want to say that the limit of submitting something is on Friday, you could say 金曜日で. Alright? わかりました皆さん? I hope you understand everything.
Alright, that's just it for today. See you on our next videos. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to keep you updated on our lessons so you can master Japanese language in no time.